Luke 22, verse 31 down to 34. Y'all got it? Jesus said, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan had desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for you. He didn't say praying. I've prayed already. I already saw what was going to happen. I already seen your future, Peter. And I have to pray to stop something from happening to you. He said, I prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. He don't want his faith to fail. And when thou art converted. See, he's speaking of something that haven't happened yet. But he letting Peter know a downfall for to come. Yeah. But when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. And he said, Peter said unto the Lord, I'm ready to go with you, both in the prison and the death. Okay. And he said, I tell you, Peter, the cock shall crow this day before that thou shalt thrice deny that thou knowest me. Yeah, he said, I desire. The word desire, when he said, Simon, Simon, Satan has desired, that mean, desired mean request. That was a request for you, Peter, that you may be sifted as wheat. And let's notice some of the words in this passage. Notice when he said Simon, he didn't call him Peter. When you look at the word Peter, Peter means rock. Peter means stone. But Jesus knows a time where Peter wasn't going to be as strong as a stone. So in this passage, instead of calling him Peter, he called him Simon. Because if he called him Peter, he wouldn't have to tell him your faith would fail. Come on. Because Peter means strength. Peter means rock. Peter means solid. Or y'all hearing me? And so he said, look, I prayed for thee that your faith fail thee not, because Satan want to sift you as wheat. Brothers and sisters, mainly to my brothers, the Lord put a word in my spirit to tell you this morning, your faith will be shaken, but not destroyed. Your faith will be shaken, but not destroyed. So, brothers and sisters, I rush to a close, I think. What does sift like wheat mean? When you look at sifting in the biblical context of time, it was the separating of the wheat and the grain from the chaff. Yeah, that's what sifting. They put it in a sieve and they shake it. Amen. They're trying to separate, amen, the wheat from the grain. They had this apparatus for which they would place the wheat in the top, and workers would shake it back and forth rather violently to separate the wheat, which is the good and usable part, and the chaff would be hauled off into the fire and burned. Amen. They would shake the wheat and the chaff together, amen, in order to separate. Amen. They wanted to get the good out and separate it from the bad. And Satan is trying to shake out the good out of our men. He's violently shaking the brothers. Oh, y'all hearing me? Because the devil knows where you are going. And so he's trying to shake your faith and discourage you along the way. But I come to tell the brothers, you will be shaken. Oh, but you're not going to be destroyed. That devil's trying to violently shake the men of God. He's trying to shake the prayer lives. He's trying to shake the faith. He's trying to shake to stand. And I come to tell you, y'all being, let me tell you, he's trying to shift you now. You in a sifting season, said the Lord, brothers. You're in a sifting season. Amen. Let me tell you how you know you're in a sifting season. Because I mean, you're just shaking. At times you feel strong, and other times you feel weak. At times you got faith, and other times you struggle. And God said, I want to get you off this shaking season. I want to put you in a place where you're stable and not shaking so easy. Oh, y'all hearing me now? Some of them shaking with weakness. You're shaking with struggles. You're shaking with habits. The devil's trying to shake you with memories in your past and trying to shake you. My God, but I come to tell my brothers and my sisters here, amen, there's a season when we all got to be shaken. Oh, y'all hear me today? We don't want to see ourselves like that. We don't want to see ourselves, amen, as being shifted. Because sometimes we think we're ready to go. We think we are ready. Listen to God, I'm ready now. I'm where I'm supposed to be. You think you are? Lord, I got my prayer life down. I got my fasting down. I'm ready to go. Wait a minute, but God said, I see something you don't see. That's why you need a shepherd to see what you don't see. To humble you, to set you down, and let you know you are not ready for where you're going. The only way you're going to get ready for that, you got to go through the shaking. You got to get shot up. You got to let God allow Satan to shake you so he can get that junk out of you. He still got to shake some worldliness out of some of us. He still got to shake some attitudes out of some of us. We're not ready to go all the way with the Lord. He said, I got to let Satan, amen, shake you up. Yeah, yes, Lord. So, brothers and sisters, picture in your mind this big shifting apparatus with wheat being piled inside it and workers shaking this thing back and forth, tossing it to and fro to get the wheat and grain, the goods out of it, and to separate it from the garbage, which is the chaff. And God said this is a season, brothers and sisters, where the reason why you feel like your faith is being shaken, he said, because I'm getting the garbage out of you. I'm getting that mess out of you. So let me tell you, you didn't know it was that deep in you until Satan started shaking you. You didn't know what was in you till you start getting shaken in your. Y'all quiet here. He said, look, Satan requested you, just like he requested Job. Oh, y'all hear me? He said, listen, he only serving you because of the things he got. Oh, but let me touch him. Let me remove that hedge from around him. And God said, you go ahead and do it, Satan, but don't take his life. I'm going to show you that Job will not deny me, or neither Job, which is upright, will not forsake me. And I come to tell you, there's so much of Satan God allowed to get to you. Because the Lord is quiet here. Satan has targeted some of us by the divine will of God. Oh, y'all hear me? Because he knows, amen, where you are going. You can't get to the next level without dealing with Satan. You can't prophesy without dealing with Satan. You can't lay hands on the sick and they recover without dealing with Satan. We gotta do something to shake. Oh, somebody being violently shaken this morning, and you can feel it. That's time you felt like quitting. You felt like giving up. You felt discouraged. You felt like God wants to use you. Being shaken. Being shaken. Amen. He's sifting you. Satan's trying to get your goods out of you. He's trying to get your faith out of your brother Phil. He's trying to get that ministry that God has placed in your spirit away. He don't want that ministry to come forth. So he's trying to kill it before it come to pass. But I come to I feel the anointing now. Your faith may be shaken, but not destroyed. Y'all better hear me. Come on, give God the glory this morning. I don't know who this may be and who I might be talking to this morning. But you feel like, listen, man, I've been hit. Come on, Pastor. Come on, man. Preach it. Preach it, Pastor. And I'm trying to let everybody know in here, there's certain things that we think we're ready for, that we ain't ready for yet. Y'all quiet. God, why haven't you done it yet? Because God said you ain't ready for this yet. I'm still allowing Satan to sift you. The Lord says some stuff in your spirit got to go in the garbage. I got to let Satan violently shake you. He's trying to do it, but he said, but look, I've already seen your ending from your beginning. Because as long as you're with God, God ain't going to let Satan destroy you. He ain't gonna let God destroy you. I mean, he ain't gonna let Satan destroy you. You're going through a test now, your faith. And look, so listen, we think we're ready. We think we're ready for the next level. We think we're ready for the next level of ministry. But Peter, God had to put the brakes on Peter. And look what Peter said in verse 33. And he said unto him, Lord, I'm ready to go with thee both into prison and the devil. No, you're not, Peter. You're not ready for this, Peter. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all have a seat for a second. I'm gonna talk to you. Sometimes our zeal is stronger than our faith. You know what your zeal is? It's that I'm ready. God, just give it to me. I'm ready to take this thing down. Oh, God, I'm with you, Jesus. And wherever you send me, I'll go. Because I got that passion. But if your faith have not developed, your passion is going to only get you so far. Oh, y'all quiet here now. Yes, God said, look, there's some things in your faith got to get strengthened before I can trust you with this. God was telling Peter, in essence, Peter, listen, I know your heart is right. I know you meant well, but you know what he said in essence? I don't trust you right now. Y'all quiet on me this morning. Peter, I don't trust you right now. Because I see something you don't see. I can't trust you right now, Peter, because see, you saying that you're gonna go with me to prison and to death. But Peter, I'm sorry, you're not ready to drink of the cup that I'm about to drink of. And to be baptized in the baptism I'm about to be baptized in. In other words, you're not ready to bite this suffering, baby. You ain't ready to take the dregs of affliction down your soul. Your faith ain't developed enough to take what I'm about to go through. You're going to have to listen, Peter. You're finna get tried. And after you try, then you will have your own cup. But see, God, I can't give y'all the cup that you need to take yet. And your faith ain't developed for it yet. Because if I send you through the trial that's going to get you to the next level, amen, now you are backslide because your faith has not been tested. Y'all better hear me. Oh, that's a test of your faith. Let me tell you what the test is. The test of your faith is your loyalty. Y'all better hear me. He said, Peter, your loyalty to me is going to be tried. You talking about you ready to drink this cup, but I see that your loyalty is finna get hit and you ready to go. You ain't ready to go with me. Y'all got quiet here. And I come to tell y'all brothers and sisters, I'm going to tell you, Satan, so the Lord going to allow Satan to test your loyalty. Oh, y'all hear me? How loyal are you? Are you really ready? Are you sure you really ready to go where I'm going? Are you sure you ready for that? Because the Lord said, I'm seeing some tests that some of y'all going to have. And you're going to go through. And the Lord said, just seeing the end result. If I don't go before you and make the crooked places straight, you're going to fail this test. Okay, hear nobody here. Y'all better hear me. That's a test waiting for every man of God in this house. Concerning your walk with God and concerning your walk with your leader. Oh, y'all hear me? Your faith gonna be tried. It's already been tried, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Come on, somebody. Because the level of anointing that y'all about to walk in, you're not gonna walk in it easy. You're gonna walk in it with a test. You're gonna be tried with something. Y'all better hear me. What I'm saying, Lord. Your loyalty. He's telling Peter, look, I understand that you feel like. You feel like you're ready. But Peter, I look into your future, baby boy. You're going to fall, but you're going to be converted. But before you convert it, you're going to take a hit. Y'all better hear me. And there's some of y'all in this house, quiet as y'all are, have been taking a hit. That devil been challenging some of y'all when it comes to the things of God itself. Y'all hear me here. The trial been hard. The test been difficult, distracted, disturbed. Your mind ain't focused. Let me tell you something. Lord, I thank you for this. If a bill can get you depressed, you sure ain't ready for the y'all. If you still depressed and worried over bills and money, then you're not ready to drink of this cup. Y'all got quiet here now, y'all. You mean to tell me we are getting distracted from a TXU bill or car note, and now you struggling to pay your tithes and struggling to give, because you're going through and you sad and you heavy. You ain't ready for this next level. You know what that's happening to you? Your faith being shaken. Your faith being shaken. Your faith is being shaken. I'm about done. But your faith is being shaken. Because there's a level we're supposed to be in after a while. When things come up and don't work out the way you want to, it's something inside of you should be like, okay, because there's another ram in the bush. I just know if this fall through, I know it's something that's gonna work. But oh God, but when your faith shaking. See, it's not, listen, don't take when I say your faith shaking lightly. Because when I say your faith is shaking, that entails backsliding. Because your trust ain't in God the way it's supposed to be. And when you start doubting God and unbelieving, you find yourself drawing backwards. Oh God. That's why I'm not surprised when I feel people faith is shaking because they ain't developed yet. They ain't and what happens is when you're challenged, when your walk with God is challenged with something, when it's challenged with something, it opens your eyes to where you really are in the Lord. All that strong testimony God showed you, it's not what you said. Y'all, come on. The light comes on when you test it. See, everything going good. You sound good. But it's good in you. And it's not that Peter didn't love Jesus. He loved the Lord. But his love for the Lord, it was under trial. Somebody being shaken. Somebody being shaken this morning. What's falling out? What are you losing this morning? Satan got you violently shaking you. While you being shaken, are you steady? Or are you losing your fruits of the Spirit? Are you losing your faith? Are you losing your joy? Y'all got it. Ah, he said, Satan is coming to take it from you. And there's some folks being challenged this morning. God is showing you while you walking with me. I got to show you this part of you. Because the Lord said, I want to mislead you to make you think you're ready for something that you're absolutely not ready for at all. Y'all hear me? Thinking you ready? God said, I'm allowed. Satan is shaking you. You being shaken. God told about shit. There's some folks been shaking in this room. He got you in that sifter. Shaking you. Notice they shake it violently. The Lord said it's working on some people. That trial you're going through is shaking you. That situation is shaking you. It's shaking you. It's shaking the aura you had. Boy, some folks used to have a spirit on them when they come into church. You know God is on them. You can see the fire of God. You could feel it coming from them. But now you feel a dryness in the drain because they've been shaken. Y'all, you've been sifted. He sifted your strength. He's sifting your praise, but you ready to prophesy? No, y'all quiet here now. You ready to lay hands on the sick and they recover. Peter said, Lord said, but Peter said, look, Lord, I'm ready to go with you. Both in the prison and the death. And he said, I tell you, Peter, the cock shall crow this day. Before that thou shalt 3 times deny that thou knowest me. Peter didn't know that was in him. You don't know what's in you until the test comes. Because see, sifting wheat is an image of extreme testing. Y'all quiet here. I've been extremely tested before. That devil was after my anointing. Before God even started using me, Satan was sifting me because he knew my future. He tried to take my future, Sister Linda. Y'all quiet here. He tried to take my future. He tried to shake it out of me, Sister Minister Geisha, before I even got started. He tried to shake it out of me. He tried to get me to move before my time. Because I was going through my shaking time. Satan tried to get that prophetic out of me. He tried to get the apostolic out of me. He tried to shake me. But I tell you what, my faith wasn't destroyed. Y'all better lift your hands and give God the praise. And so, though Peter was named their leader, Jesus is referring to all of the 12 disciples. He referred to them to let them know they all would be attacked by the devil. But as their leader, Peter would be most obviously singled out by the evil one. Let me tell some of y'all something. The strongest brothers in here, you're going to be tested the greatest. The strongest sisters in here, you're going to be tested the greatest. Because you got a great future ahead of you. Let me tell you, oh God, that's times, y'all brothers, y'all better hear me. There's times the enemy will put the wrong spirit on you to challenge. Don't say he won't, because I know how he works. I know how the devil works. Because the enemy know that if I can get you to challenge the one that I put in your life, you won't get to where you got to go. Because I put certain people in your life to get you to the place that you're supposed to be in. Oh, y'all hearing me? And if the greater your call, the greater the fire. The greater the call, the greater the war. Y'all hear me? The greater the call, the greater the shaking. Oh God, because he want to rob you of where you're going. Somebody got to tell the Lord today, I've been shaken, but I ain't destroyed. Oh, come on, tell me, I've been shaken, but I ain't destroyed. Thank you, Jesus, because Jesus already prayed for me. He already saw what was going to happen, so he went down in my future and stopped every demonic power that wasn't coming up against my life. Come on, give God some praise if y'all believe that. And so just as Satan would succeed temporarily and scattering the disciples by striking down the chief shepherd, so he will succeed but only temporarily in striking down Peter, the visible leader. Somebody gonna make a comeback. Somebody's making a comeback. If you come out of this, your faith gonna be so mature to God, I can trust you with the cup. You be able to drink this affliction. Because if you don't drink it, you can't get to where you're going. You gotta drink this cup back. Oh God. See, now, if he give you the cup now, you will refuse it. You will walk away from it. But after you get mature enough, you will say, God, I don't understand it, but Lord, let your will be done. I'm gonna drink it. It's going down bitter. It don't feel good, but I'm mature enough to wait on you until my change comes. Y'all better hear me. Come on, lift your hands and give God the praise in here. Oh Lord, you better tell yourself, oh King Osami, hold on, you ain't ready to go further yet. Hold your horses, King Osami. Come on. Okay, Toronto, yes God. I'm gonna hold the yes, Lone Ranger. Come on, right? Hold your horses. You know Tonto, right? Yeah, who know Tonto? He was at the ending. He was his good friend, a Lone Ranger friend. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Wherever the Lone Ranger went, Tonto went. And see, and listen, he couldn't go before him. You had to wait on him. And some of y'all better hold your horses. You ain't ready to be no preacher yet. Y'all got quiet. Folks ain't been saved 3 or 4 years yet, still want to preach. You ain't been... Okay, y'all got quiet. Y'all folks ain't been saved 3 months. Ready to be bishops and apostles. And I heard a fella say, okay. Anyway, y'all hear me? There are some trials of your faith that you are going to have to experience in order to get to where you got to go. Y'all hear me today? You know what the word of the Lord said? It said in your word, wait on that calling. You know what that means? You know what that means? One thing that means, sometimes you got to wait in affliction. You got to wait in pain. You got to wait in infirmity. You got to wait in the affliction, the furnace of afflictions. That anointing won't be much if it's not tested by fire. And it won't be much if it's not purified by the fires of affliction. Y'all better hear me. You want to be effective. Listen, God said, listen, I got you anointed, but you got to let me send it through the fire to purify. So when it come out, my God, it's going to be worth something. Now y'all better hear me. Peter had to go through the fire. So when he came out, his anointing would have been worth something. You want to be worth something, you got to go through this trial. You got to let, y'all got to hear me here. You can't let the devil do you like this. Go through it, but listen, don't die by it. Go through the change. Go through the shaking. But your faith can't let you die now. Somebody tell you, say faith, don't die now. Come on. Faith don't die on me me now. I need my faith, sister. I gotta have it. Come on, lift your hands and tell it out. Thank you. I'm telling you.
Come on, preacher.
It doesn't matter how long you've been saved. Y'all don't know what I'm going to say. Y'all know what I'm going to say. There is going to be a level of testing of your loyalty. Y'all quiet. I don't care how high your level is. Circumstances is going to test your loyalty to God, to the pastor, to your church, and to your church family. God want to see what you're going to do after you've been shaken. Are you going to start getting slowful? Are you going to start going backwards to stuff that God brought you out of one time? You know what's happening? Your faith is failing you. Your faith, y'all don't like this one, do you? All right. Your faith is failing you. You're being shaken. That's where you are now. Listen, it's not a sin to be tested. Your loyalty being tested is not a sin. But the sin is when you fall in the test. Because some trials is hard. It's hard to pray. Some trials you don't know what to say. Some trials you can't find a Bible verse to even. Some trials, it's like God ain't even talking to you. And it's in those times where God said, I'm testing you. And it's in those times you're being shaken. Y'all quiet over. That's them times God said, I'm getting that ugly out you. If you can't stand for me when you got things, you sure can't stand for me when you don't have them. God said, I would on purpose start moving stuff out your life to see where you at. Oh, have you ever had that happen to you? You know God hadn't moved that. And the Lord said, I want to show you where you are. Are you still blessing them? Are you still trusting them? Are you still giving them praise? The car got picked up and you still at church. Car got totaled, you still at church. And you just not at church sitting here.
Right. You at church having church.
Get your hands up, say. But I'm saying you still in the church praising God like nothing went wrong. That means God said, I'm strengthening you. I'm strengthening you. I'm strengthening you. I'm allowing things. The Lord said, I'm allowing things not to happen. Because if I give it to you now, it will cause your faith to fail. See, your faith is developed when you don't have nothing.
Okay, come on, man of God. Come on.
Your faith is developed when you trust in God for what you don't have. Because see, if I have it, why do I need the faith to get it? Y'all, come on. If I have it, Sister Linda, what faith do I need? But God said, I will take stuff and see how much your faith is, how strong your faith is in me. And I will teach you that I can do things beyond your natural. Lord have mercy. But the thing is, the Lord said, First Lady, people's loyalty is being tested. Their loyalty to God is being tested. Because the devil is shaking that good out of them. You can't let Satan shake that out of you today. Oh, come on, somebody. I'm not, listen, you might be going through that shaking, but your mind got to be in this shaking of this stiff thing. I will not be destroyed. I'm not going to be destroyed. Come on, lift your hands. Tell yourself, I will not be destroyed. Tell yourself, faith don't fail me now. And so, brothers and sisters, do you remember one of the last things we seen Peter doing after Jesus told him Satan desired to shake his faith? Do you remember Luke 22? We're going to go here in a minute. When a servant girl saw Peter sitting by the fire. Do you remember what he did? When she spoke up and said this man was also with him. Luke 22, look at verse 54. We're going to end this real smooth today. Praise God. Oh, I thank God for the shaking. Oh, I thank God. I thank him. Oh, God, man. Let me tell you, to stay loyal to God, you got to move your emotions out the way. You got to move your feelings out the way. God, though you slay me, I'm still going to trust you. It's not going the way I want to, but God, I'm still going to stay on my face. I don't like what's happening, but I'm going to still surrender to you. Look, God, you're a good God. You didn't do nothing wrong to me for me to stop serving you. Oh, come on. Why would you backslide on somebody so good? You didn't do nothing bad to me. Look at verse 54, 22:54. Then took they him, Jesus, and led him and brought him into the high priest's house. And Peter followed afar off. Watch this. Oh, it showed you that Peter wasn't as far as gone as you thought he was. Because he was still following. Or when it was from judgment hall to judgment hall, Peter was afar off watching. He was watching. Because he still had somewhat of a faith. I'm not leaving. Y'all quiet. He wasn't ready for death. He wasn't ready to go through that. But he was following afar off. I'm watching Jesus. Look at verse 55. And when they had kindled a fire in the midst of the hall and were set down, Peter sat down among them. Let me tell y'all something. Oh, you know what this is telling me? Lord, I thank you. When you are being shaken and you losing the battle, you're going to start compromising. This was an enemy's fire. You following Jesus from a distance, but at the same time, you coming among those that don't love him. Y'all quiet here. You want to mingle with them a little bit while you follow him from a distance. That's a test that your loyalty is being tested. Y'all hear me here? It's like I want to play both sides. I want to sit here and just see where the end's going to be. Right. But you got to realize where you at. People is finding comfort in the wrong places. They sitting with the enemy. Sitting with them. Anytime you're finding comfort with your enemy, that's a sign that your loyalty is not where it's supposed to be. Because in the time of trial, you don't look afar off, you stay close. Because being afar off will give you too much access to the enemy's fire. Y'all quiet here. See? Y'all quiet. Some of y'all heard quiet on me because, you know, you got to get out this enemy's fire, get closer to the Lord. Stop letting the enemy warm you up and make you comfortable and make you happy and at ease. Come on, somebody. God says, why are you so far away from me? I need you with me while I'm going through. I need you close to me. Don't be far away. Get closer to me. Come on, somebody, lift your hands and give God the praise in the eye. But he sat down among them, but a certain maid beheld him as he sat by the fire and earnestly looked upon him and said, this man was also with him. I remember this man. He was with that church. You know what? It's folks probably saying it about you and you don't know they said it. Let me tell you, Satan will find you out. You could be in the wrong place and somebody see you and won't even tell you they saw you. Is that brother come out that? I know he was under that pastor mechanic. Is that lady? Somebody seeing you getting convenient and cozy with the enemies. Y'all don't hear? Don't you know folks will find folks will put you on Facebook, and they will spread the image. They'll take a picture of you and spread it, and everybody else see you in your mess. See you in the club, see you in the party, warming yourself up with the enemy's fire, and somebody been seeing you. You know, y'all don't like this morning, do you? But she said, I know he was with him. Watch this. Jesus, the prophetic word Jesus told him, is starting to play out now. Don't you take lightly when a preacher tell you, I see something ain't right on you. When a man of God tell you, I see weakness on you. Don't act like, well, not me. I'm ready to go. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. As soon as that word is dropped, you're going to start seeing the process of it. And the Lord says some people in process of it right now. You've been warned already. And now we're seeing the process. How do you know the process is starting? He's chilling with the enemy. He ain't quite broke all the way down yet. He ain't quite all the way broke down, but his breakdown is coming to a process. My question to y'all today, are you in the process of breaking down? Are you in the process of your faith breaking down? Because the answer to that question is, what's warming you up? What's making you comfortable? What's making you convenient? What's outside of God? Lord, y'all got quiet on me. What's outside of God is giving you satisfaction? I told one fella, and I say fella, I was over at that other building, and I told him, I see a spirit of backsliding on you. He got mad at me and left the church and backslid. He was already backsliding when I saw it. And he got angry and backslid. And so instead of getting mad, he should say, Pastor, I'm not for the question what you see. Because wait a minute, thank you for this. Because you got folks want to question the prophetic words. Because they don't see what you see. Jesus saw what Peter didn't see. So Peter was like, Lord, not me. In other words, Lord, I don't know what you're saying, but I know me. Because Peter didn't see what was in him that would, like Jesus saw what was in him. And so what happens is, if you don't see it that way, you put up a guard. No, not me. And you know what's happening? Satan say, yeah, keep that guard up. I don't want you to listen, because what's happening after that, you're going to start processing the wrong way. Because you didn't take heed. Because see, God said, I see in you what you don't see. And I'll let somebody else see it to tell you what's going to come. Oh, y'all understand it? Folks were like, well, I don't understand that. Wait a minute, brother or sister. I'm trying to warn you that your faith is finna get tested. It's something in you that you're not aware of. And so when that thing come up in you, it won't come by surprise. Because when we think we delivered, nobody can't tell you nothing. Y'all don't have to like this shit. I've been fasting. I've been praying. I've been in my word. And he mean to tell me I'm not where I'm supposed to be? Yeah, that's what he meant. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? I fasted for 2 weeks, and brother, sister, it's still there. Because you fasting and praying don't take away the need of a leader. You fasting and praying will take away the need of a shepherd that leads you. Y'all hear me this morning? So he said, Peter, I see something coming, Peter. But Peter like, Lord, listen, I doubt I go to jail with you, Lord. Peter overlooked that. He didn't even, he just, yeah, Lord, I hear you, but he said, but Peter, Satan desired to sift you as wheat, but I pray for you. That your faith fail, you know. Yeah, Lord, but I know what you're saying, but I know what I feel. You know, can I tell you why? Can I tell you why he felt like that? Because he couldn't see himself doing that. It's possible you can do the things that you don't see yourself doing. That's powerful, man. I can't see myself, but I'm trying to warn you, you're going to do it if you don't listen to me. Y'all better hear me? He couldn't see himself denying the Lord. I just can't see it happening. The Lord said, but Peter, I went before you. I'm praying for you. Peter, this is a serious situation, Peter. I'm trying to warn you, Peter. Your faith going to be tested, Peter. Oh, come on, somebody. Your faith going to be shaken, Peter. I'm telling you, your faith going to cause you to almost sin and walk out on me. See, and the difference between Peter and Judas betrayed him. Peter just denied him because of fear. Judas denied him. Judas betrayed him because of money. Peter was afraid, amen, of it would happen to Jesus, would happen to him. So he denied him. He walked away. But God was already telling Peter, but Peter, that's some fear in you. As bold as you are, that's some fear inside of you. Look, your faith ain't developed to override that fear yet. Y'all hear me? There's a level of fear in your spirit that you don't know about, Peter. I'm trying to warn you. Listen to me, Peter. And sometimes we think we're so bold. I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be something going to try you, going to show you ain't as bold as you think. Come on, somebody. You better hear. You better start taking heed and stop questioning everything. And ask the Lord, Lord, help me, God. Help me to take heed to what's been told to me. Y'all better come on, somebody here. Because what you don't think you can, what you don't see yourself doing, baby, you might end up doing it. I'll never see myself going up, but God says it's in your future. He said, I see a potential of it happening in your future. I'll never go there, but God said I see a potential of you going there. And so I'm trying to warn you, said the Lord, in so many words, don't do this or don't do that because you're going to end up going that way. Not me. I'm a faithful type. I'm a faithful. I'm blah, blah, blah. Kill your pride. You know what pride is? You exalted above what you think. You feel like that's too loud. I can't, not me. I'm not. Okay. So what's happening now? Because Peter didn't really take it serious. And I don't think he understood how serious it was. I don't feel like he was trying to ignore the Lord with an attitude, but he just didn't understand how serious the words that came out of the Lord's mouth was. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So he didn't let that word just sink. He heard it, but he just kept going. That's why I want to, listen, when a word comes to you, think on that word for a while. Let God speak to you more about what's told to you. Because sometimes we get a word, we take it and keep going. And you forget what you've been told, and therefore the test comes, you fail. But the Bible said that he began to warm himself up, Sister Linda, with the enemy's fire. With the enemy's fire. Look what he said in verse 57. The woman said, yeah, he was with him. I seen him before. And he denied him, saying, woman, I know him not. That's the first one. Remember he said, you're going to deny me 3 times. That's the first one. Peter now is being shaken. Satan is sifting his faith. Oh, God. No, woman, I don't know him. Sift. He denied him. Sift. Y'all hear me? Verse 58. And after a little while, another saw him and said, daughter of them. And Peter said, man, I am not. See, God in his flesh, man. See, that's how you know you're getting back. You're going back with your worldly spirit coming out of you now. Yes, hey, man, what's up, man? What's up? Y'all better hear me. I'm going to tell you, you've been shaking because you still got worldly attitudes, worldly gestures, worldly actions, worldly friends, worldly music, worldly homeboys. You still worldly, baby, because you're shaking and you ain't ready for this next level. You got to let God get this stuff out of you. Let him shake that world out of you. Y'all got quiet. Y'all don't have to shake this junk out of you. Oh, y'all better hear me. Let God burn that stuff out of you. You better lift your hands and give God the praise in here. Let me tell you, if your praise the Lord change when it comes to folks out there, then you ain't really where you supposed to be. Listen, I don't say dog to folks. I don't say what up main to folks. Let me tell you, it's still praise the Lord how you doing, whether you're saved or not. The problem is we sanctified on Sunday, but then we get worldly around those folks that we're used to on Monday. But God said, listen here, when your faith develops the way it's supposed to develop, oh, y'all got quiet. Oh, when God take you to the place you're supposed to be, you're going to be praising the Lord. Every time you say praise the Lord, how you doing? God bless you. Y'all come on, shout out. I feel the Holy Ghost. My God, I can't do that right now. Well, y'all better hear what I'm saying. All right, listen, when I come around you, I give you shakes and praise the Lord on Sunday, but I don't give no daps on Monday. Ain't no daps. What's a dap? What's up, man? Because see, when you dap like this, no. When you dap like this, the first thing is, what's up, dog? Yep, dog. First thing you think, what up, dog? And can I tell you what you're doing? You don't know this. In essence, you denying him. Because he that would be a friend of the world is an enemy to God. Y'all don't like this. He said they profess me with their mouth, but they'll deny me in works. Y'all got quiet over here. See, he professed Jesus with his mouth, but he denied him in work. I wasn't with him. Man, I don't know what you talking about. Yeah, you do. Y'all don't like me, do you? Come on, man. You got folks that have backslidden and folks saw them in the world. Well, you at that church before? No, I wasn't. I thought I saw you shouting up. Wait a minute. Nah, dog, you must look like me. Because see, backsliding make you hide. It'll make you so hide. You don't want to be around those saints. You don't want to be around anything to remind you of the saints. Y'all hear me? You so act like you never knew me. What he said, listen. You know who we are. Look at verse, so that's the second now, right? Verse 59. And about the space of an hour. Well, he been in the wrong place for a long time, wasn't he? He should have got his tail up a long time ago. And that's one of the problems. Some of us sit too long in stuff we shouldn't be in. An hour passed? I never saw it like that. Wow. Y'all, listen to me. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? If you are in the wrong place, immediately get out of it. You ain't gonna like this one. You ain't gonna like this one. If you're in the wrong spirit, immediately get out of it. As long as you just let it sit on you all day, I just think about it. Just thinking on like just make me mad. Just make me sick. Oh, after an hour? An hour passed. And he's still sitting there. You want deliverance? Get out that place. I'm quiet. Get out that ugly mood you in. Get out that temptation you're sitting in. Y'all got, oh God, y'all get yourself out of a compromising position. And some people been in some stuff too long. That's why you can't come out. He got comfortable sitting there. After 2 times, I got up and left. They ain't know me. But the reason he's sitting there is because he just wanted to see what the end was going to be for his Lord. Y'all, because he could see what's going on by where he was sitting. Y'all hear me? And see, back front silence that's sitting in sin, they could still see what's going on. They could still see the Lord still moving. They can still see that the deliverer is still alive. But they want to sit in the mess they're sitting in and not change. So Peter, you willing to go to jail with me? You willing to die with me? But you're not willing to leave the company of the enemy. Y'all didn't hear what some of y'all would have wake up. You ready to go to jail with me? You ready to die with me? But you're not ready to leave the company that are enemies to me. You ain't ready. You ain't. You denied me before man, but you said you would die for me? Peter, I'm showing you, your faith is being shaken right now. Oh, y'all hearing the preacher talk to y'all this Sunday morning on Brotherhood Day 2019, December? Check yourself tonight. Wait a minute. Wait. Am I being in the wrong place at the wrong time when I should be there suffering with him?
My God.
When I should be suffering with him. But I'm over satisfied with the TV, satisfied with food, satisfied with my feelings, satisfied with you make me say I can't. Wait a minute, but you got some people over here suffering with the Lord. So you're gonna sit by, you're gonna sit by and watch us suffer. What's cold? Come on. You over here comfortable, just chilling. You ain't going through nothing. You ain't praying for nobody. You ain't fasting for nobody. You ain't going through for nobody. But you the first one want everybody to pray for you. But you got folks over there laboring and going through. What kind of hand are you giving them? What kind of, y'all can't hear nobody. Are you saying, my sister, I'm going to pick you up. Come on. We're going to walk through this thing together. I know you're going through it. I'm praying with you. I can't fight. Listen, I can't fight it for you. I can fight it with you. We're going to suffer this thing together for the name of the Lord. I'm coming from the endless fire and I'm going to the judgment hall. Where you at? The problem is, the reason why they getting warm with the enemy fire because their faith is shaking. Oh, y'all hear me here? But the folks that's fighting have not been destroyed. We've been through it, but listen, it destroys. I got some maturity to fight. I'm not tapping out when the first thing go wrong. I'm not giving up when I get bad news. I'm not losing my praise because I don't like what happened yesterday. Oh, Lord. Somebody tell you something. I'm still alive. I'm still in it. Come on. Oh, I'm still in the battle. Oh, shut up. Yeah, I'm still in the battle. Come on. I've been hit, but baby, listen, I'm up. Oh, God, I ain't sitting by the end of this fire. But look at verse 59. So he denied him twice. And by the space of an hour, another confidently affirmed, saying, he confidently affirmed. I mean, it wasn't no doubt in his mind. When somebody can confidently affirm that you somebody probably. You just might just be that person. He said confidently affirm. That means he spoke a word. He said something, saying of a truth. This fellow also was with him, for he is a Galilean. And Peter said, man, there you go with that old flesh. Man, I know not what you said. And immediately while he yet spoke, the cock crew, like Jesus said. Peter didn't see himself doing this, but Jesus saw it. In one gospel, it said Peter cussed. He swore. See, wait a minute. That's how I know you getting weak, because you got that cussing in your spirit. Y'all, I didn't cuss. I felt like it just as good as cussing. Y'all got quiet. It got quiet over on this cussing part. I'm going to show you how delivered you are. You get angry, you feel like cussing. It got quiet on me, brother. I think I better stay in the cussing spirit. All right. Yeah. I thought we were speaking in tongues in church. Y'all all right with my left side? Oh, man. Y'all don't like this. Yeah. It got quiet on me, brother. Yeah, go on, that's right. Brotherhood. Brotherhood.
Stay right there, man of God. On that cussing spirit.
Watch this. Why did he cuss? Because he felt the loyalty test. He felt the loyalty test to his Lord. And when you start failing in your loyalty to God, stuff will come on your tongue. Words will come to your tongue. Y'all don't like me. You begin to be defensive. He was defensive, wasn't he? That's how you know your faith been shaken, with your defensive self. It's got quiet on me again. I didn't know this was coming out yesterday. I wasn't even trying to even go here. Why are you so defensive? Oh, I got that question. Answer. Your loyalty. He said, Peter, you're going to deny me 3 times. Didn't that not happen?
Yep, 3 times.
And the 3rd time, the cock crowed. I don't know how it sounded, but it sure sounded. I know how it sounded, but I can't say how it sounded. But I know it sounded. So you know what that said? The cock crow just confirmed what Jesus said.
Right. Wow. Right, man. Animal confirmed this.
And Sister Linda, out of the 3rd time, he realized what Jesus saw in me is what I didn't see in myself. So if a man or a woman of God that you know is of God tell you something, listen to what they're saying. Because you can't see it in you don't mean it's not right. Y'all better. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Because we don't like to see ourselves in the wrong. I can see you, man. He needs to do that. He needs to do that. But when it comes to me, I look at myself. I look at you through mud glasses. But I put rose-colored glasses on me when I say, If I tell you how dynamic you preach, I mean, you tore up the house after you get done. Come here, young man.
Right.
I see backsliding coming. After all that preaching and laying hands, folks fight. Young man, God used you. Young woman, God used you. But I see a backsliding demon coming for you. After I just preached all this stuff you just saw, I just can't see it. That don't matter. If it's God, it's going to happen.
I can't see me. Come on, Pastor.
It's gonna. And the crazy part of it is while you're talking to some people, they already know it.
Right.
They already been seeing symptoms. They saw it prior to you telling them that. But some things gotta tell you about yourself will blow your mind. Y'all hear me? Lord might tell you, I see you getting caught up with a woman. Be careful. Me, I'm not me. I'm listen. She tell me I've been married for some years. But God said I'm seeing something. I'm seeing a test come with a female. And if you get too involved, it's gonna make you lose everything you have. You know, folks don't want to listen to this stuff. And lo and behold, before they knew it, bam! The cock crowed through the woman. Forgive me. I have sinned against thee. But God said, I tried to warn you. Watch that man you're going to get involved with. It's going to take you down. I've been saved and single all this time. Ain't no man going to take. Watch this. I'm married to Jesus. All right? I'm married to Jesus. And here you are with your vulnerable self. It's going to be one day you're going to be very vulnerable and weak, and Satan going to send that good-looking man your way. You just got a prayer crying, Lord. I'm like, before you met him, I'm just so tired of being alone. I just got to go to the store, take a walk. There he is. Watch this. Because he caught you. Yeah. Hey, oh no. Watch this. Hello, beautiful. Hi. Watch this. The prophet saw and told you, you get involved with this man, it's going to destroy your life. Not me. Not me. And then one day you got weak. And before you left the house, you didn't get strength. And here they come. And they got you with hello, beautiful. And before you know it, y'all calling each other, talking all the time. And the devil create a situation where y'all alone. Listen, watch this. Y'all, no, me. Look at the process of Peter. Did it not process? One thing after another, after another. And Lord, I'm going to show you what Peter did after a while. I'm going to show you what happened. But watch this. I'm going to show you how this really got Peter. Because he didn't like this. He heard the word. He failed in it. And after he failed, he knew he messed up. But it was too late. Watch this. Look at it. Look at verse 61. Y'all with me? I'm about done. I'm almost finished. And the Lord turned and looked upon Peter. Wait a minute. He was being taken from judgment hall to judgment hall. And Jesus saw him from a distance. And looked at Peter dead in his eye. Because after the fall, God going to make contact with you. Ain't no backslider could tell me that God didn't contact them after they was warned and they fell. He looked at Peter from a distance. And Peter looked at him. And Peter remembered the word of the Lord, how he had said unto him before the cock crowed, thou shalt deny me thrice. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. I'm going to reverse this. He said he remembered. He remembered the word of the Lord. So is this saying before he looked at Jesus, he forgot? When the cock crowed, at that moment, did he not remember? Until he looked and then remembered? Because see, when you in your flesh, you ain't saying nothing. You ain't trying to hear it. You ain't trying to remember it. But when you fall, he gonna come back to you and look like, did I tell you? He remembered, First Lady, the word. the word, Lord, of the Lord. Y'all, when your loyalty is tested, the Lord gonna allow Satan to sift you. And Peter was sifted, y'all. Satan took his faith. He took his faith. Y'all hear me? Y'all with me this morning? And Peter went out and wept bitterly. It hurt him so bad because he didn't take heed. I'm telling y'all, while y'all sifting seasons, y'all better listen to me. If I tell you something, don't get offended. Don't get offended when the word of the Lord comes to you. It's because it's something coming down the road that you don't see. And we're trying to tell you, baby, listen, you finna fall. You finna fall flat. So for the moment, Satan's request appeared to be accepted. I got his faith now. I got him where I want it. Y'all quiet over here. Oh, I got you. I got you now. Oh, I got you. Y'all with me? Y'all sure? But even after that, if you keep reading the story, it looked like Peter's faith was coming back. Because if Peter totally lost his faith, he would have never came back around. That's why he said, I prayed for you that your faith fail you not. Yes, it's been shaken when you denied me. You wept bitterly. Oh, but it wasn't destroyed, Peter. Oh, y'all hear me? Look at chapter 24 and verse 8 down to 12. I'm about done when I get through. I ain't through, so. Yeah. Well, let's see. Bear with me here for 24, 8 down. All right. Look at verse chapter in the same book, 24, verse 8 down to 12. Y'all brothers, y'all getting some out of this? Y'all sisters getting this? And so this is when Jesus' resurrection, and the brothers had an issue with trying to really believe in the sisters that he rose from the dead. It was hard to get them to be convinced. But look at verse 8. And they remembered his words and returned from the sepulchre and told these things unto the 11 and to the rest, all the rest. It was Mary Magdalene and Joanna and Mary, the mother of James. And look at all these women. Y'all, some powerful people. And other women that were with them, which told these things unto the apostles. I thank God for women, because some men don't think women can tell them nothing. But this is said that these women told these things to the apostles. Yeah? And their words seemed to them as idle tales, and they believed them not. Then arose who? Uh-oh. Once he heard that Jesus rose, what did Peter do? Ran. His faith wasn't gone. Y'all better keep. Though he went through a season where he felt like, amen, I was shaken. But the prayer that Jesus prayed was, it prayed, God, but don't let it kill him. Don't let this denial of me cause him, amen, to his faith to fail. So after a while, you start seeing Peter's faith start being resurrected. When he heard that Jesus was risen from the women, the Bible said Peter ran unto the sepulchre and stooping down. There's something going on with Peter now. And behold, the linen clothes, he saw the linen clothes laid by themselves, and departed, wondering in himself at which was to come to pass. In other words, what's going to come after this? Because listen, Lord, I denied you. My faith got hit, but it's something inside of Peter. Let them know, wait a minute, Peter, that same God that you said you're going to die for and go to jail with, amen, it's going to happen. This wasn't going to happen when you thought it was.